Let's say you find yourself gigging often. You're making more than enough income to live on, and your fan base is always growing. How do you decide whether to continue to manage yourself or hire some outside management? Before you decide, let's first consider the purpose of having a manager. A manager serves as a point person for all the people or companies you conduct business with. They are responsible for managing and communicating with entities like the press, booking agents, promoters, and publishers. They may also be responsible for organizing your daily activities and strategizing for future endeavors that will build your business. Ask yourself these 3 questions before hiring a manager. Number 1, do I make enough money on a regular basis to hire a manager? Number 2, are there parts of the business that have become overwhelming or could run more smoothly if I had a manager? And number 3, could a manager advance my career in a way that I couldn't do myself? If you answered no to any of the questions, you might consider waiting before hiring management. If this is the case, first look within your band. You might find that one of your musicians is an extremely detailed and organized planner who is willing to take on some of the management responsibilities. If you answered yes to all 3 questions, you might consider hiring outside management as long as you feel the benefit of adding a manager outweighs the cost of the management. If you have a big enough fan base, managers will come looking for you before you ever look for them. If you've already been approached by a manager, it's because they see money-making potential in you or your band. You might hear some really good offers, but before working together, make sure you both agree on the responsibilities of the manager, your rights as an artist, any restrictions the manager has placed on you, your financial obligations, and the duration of any proposed contracts. The manager generally receives a portion of all income generated by the artist. So be careful of any contracts that require you to pay a large sum of money upfront to cover expenses. Be aware of contracts that retain the rights to your music and those that lock you into a time frame without clearly stating the manager's responsibilities. I had a former student who rushed into signing a 2-year contract with a management company. The contract didn't clearly state what the company was obligated to do over the 2-year period, and within 1 year, they had stopped working for her. Unfortunately, the contract stated that they owned a portion of the rights to the music that she released, and also that she could not work with any other management companies until the contract ended. She was stuck managing herself and waited a full year to release any music so she could own all the rights. Knowledge is power. Make sure you always understand the terms of the relationship before signing anything. You also need to agree on terms in the event that a relationship is not working. As a rule, make sure the contracts you sign are equally beneficial to you and other parties. The responsibilities should be clearly outlined, and these responsibilities might include what you both are required and not required to do. It's your responsibility to read every contract before you sign, and either negotiate or don't sign if you feel uncomfortable with any of the details. If you ever have uncertainty, it's always a good idea to consult with legal experts. Don't forget to do some of your own research to ensure that you are making decisions that will ultimately benefit you and your business. If you've already signed a contract, the most important thing to remember is to keep the lines of communication open. If there is a problem, discuss it immediately so that you can keep a healthy working relationship. In a good working relationship, everyone should benefit.